All right, let's see. What do we got going on tonight? Who's this? Jeez. Hello, Bill. This is the third time you've called me today.
Yeah, hey Jaws, I'm just wondering if you could continue to do me a favor, all right? I'm trying to get Ekblad to want to leave, and it just doesn't seem like he's wanting to give it up.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do, Bill. All right, I'm bitching and complaining about him the entire podcast, the entire recap, no matter what he does. I mean, what's going to happen if he scores a goal? I don't know what you want me to do.
Well, maybe just start mentioning his pay cut more. Like, talk about maybe he's only going to get like $3 million.
Bill, I don't think he's going to blink if he offered him $1 million. I think he'd stay for minimum wage. You're not going to get rid of him that way.
Well, what the hell am I supposed to do? I promised Gustav I'd find him a real partner by the end of this year.
You know what? I got an idea. How about this? Why don't you tell him he's got to shave his beard, but he's got to leave the mustache, and you put muchacho on the back of his jersey instead of Ekblad. How about that?
Well, that might actually work. Okay, hey, thanks, Jaws. I appreciate it.
All right, Bill, no problem. I got to go, man, all right? All right, I'll talk to you later. All right, bye. It's going to be a long, long season.
The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup.
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
Puck drop. And 3, 2, 1,
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
Oh my God! Kulikov just saved the game!
Kulikov. Oh
Holy
my God.
crap!
Reinhardt, do we have a 3-on-2?
Just shoot it! Shoot it! All right, Panther fans, here we go. Game 2. Boy, oh boy, we're not screwing around here. You start off with Boston, and now we're at Ottawa. And this is likely to be much more. It's likely to be more competitive than the Boston game. All right, we already know how this goes when the Kachuk brothers get together. We've got Boston's kind of almost better half, maybe not, old better half, and Ullmark will be facing him tonight. Nate Schmidt draws in with Boquist out with whatever happened to his face with that puck. I'm not going to lie. Kyle and I played about an hour one-on-one basketball game today, and I am feeling it. I did real well, but right now I know that I'm 53 and I played hours worth of basketball with a 25-year-old. That said, be really interested to see how this game progresses with the physicality. We all know all the fun we've had before with these two teams in terms of everybody on the ice is ejected and all of that. I don't suppose we're going to see something like that. Game 2. This is Ottawa's first game. So I don't think you're going to see a bunch of guys getting ejected tonight. But we'll see, right? We don't really know after one game. We know what the Panthers are. But Boston kind of came into that game, and I'm not saying that they laid down, but they kind of knew that what was fixing to happen to them with it being home opener for us and everything. I hope that's not what happens to us tonight. What I said in the podcast, I'll say here again. If the Panthers come in tonight with any kind of lackadaisical effort, if they are not on it from the beginning, Ottawa's likely to take it to us. So hopefully that does not happen. Let's move on and see how this goes. All right, so 2-0 Ottawa after one. I told you Boston didn't come to play the other night. Ottawa came to play tonight, and they're taking it to us. And we kind of lucky it's 2-0. Now, only 2-0. Now, Ottawa's playing well. We are playing like ass right now. There's no structure. There's no discipline. There's no aggression. Just any of the list of traits that you would expect to find the Panthers partaking in, they're not there. And we even gave up a power play goal. Bob's not looked spectacular to start the season. Now, it didn't cost us in Boston, and they weren't all his fault, but he's a little bit off his angle. I'm not worried about him. It's not like, I think there's a problem, but occasionally he will have those runs of games where he's just like off his angle, letting those pucks in like he did. The one went short side, then they went on, they went high over the shoulder, which is not really an easy, it's not like an easy goal, like a bad goal, but he's just off a little bit, which is to be expected. How much did he play during the preseason? So, if we can get this sucker to we are going to overtime, I'll be happy. But they're going to have to play better than this, or it's going to be 6-0 like Pittsburgh and New York last night. All right, let's move on and keep skating. Yeah. All right, so 2-1 Ottawa after 2. That was better. That was better. We implemented a it was a pretty good, smart strategy. We were just giving up way too many rushes, odd man rushes. We looked really disorganized and bad. So what we decided to do was just not let Ottawa have the puck the entire period. It's basically what we did, is we just decided to just keep cycling and running the 4 lines and play like madmen, trying to keep the puck from even going past center ice. And it finally worked. Gustav Forsling with a blast, and one goes in. We were trying to get a lot of shots with deflections, and we actually did have multiple shots from out far. The defensemen are shooting, and we're getting deflections, but none of them would go in. And of course, the one that goes in, it wasn't deflected. Tkachuk was in front, and it goes in. So, that said, Bob was not really tested at all in that period. So we'll see. This is a good little test to see where we're at. The only other thing I'll say, guys know I like Mackie Samoskevich. I want him to make, to stay and all of that. The passes between him and Lundell aren't great right now, but he didn't really have a lot of time working with Lundell during the preseason. So I would suspect that will improve. He's also been knocked on his ass 3 times tonight when he's had the puck. So that's a little bit disappointing to see. But he's a young kid. I'm not saying take him off the team or anything like that. However, if that continues, when Nosek comes back, I suspect Maurice will give Boquist that job if Samoskevich hasn't started scoring. He's got to be able to stay on his skates. You can make all the rookie mistakes and all of that. That's fine. But you got to be able to stay on your skates. All right, let's see if we can get 2 in the third period and not even worry about overtime. Let's get 2 points. Well, that's better. Ottawa wins 3-1, but that hardly matters at this point. So, we looked better in the second period. We looked better in the third period. Could not bury a goal. A ton of chances. And if Barkov hadn't have done just what happened, I would have been like, okay, we lost the game. We are going to face nights like this where the other team, Ottawa, blocked like 27 shots. I mean, they blocked a ton of shots in the second game of the year. Teams are going to play that way against us because they're going to want to prove to themselves that they can beat us. Bad first period cost us. Now, Barkov goes into the boards trying to stop the empty netter. Some people saying it looks like he hit his knee along the boards. It didn't look like he was able to put a whole lot of pressure on it. But it was weird for me because he was kind of holding his head. I don't know. It wasn't grabbing his knee. It was holding his head. So, you would have to go Lundell, Bennett, Luosterainen. I think that's how you'd have to do it, especially with Nosek out, because you might consider maybe moving Nosek up, or Boquist up, but with Nosek out. And this is kind of what we've talked about, last year, the Panthers had spectacular health, especially throughout the playoffs. We were healthy, right? So, depending on what that is, I don't know what to hope for more. Whether it's Anita has him out a couple of months or a concussion, I don't know. I'm not, we're all hoping it's nothing major, but he did stand up and then say nope. So I don't know if that was, can you skate off on your own power? Nope. Can you put pressure on that leg? Nope. So I don't, none of us know. If he's out for any length of time, we've done it before when he was out for a week or two and Lundell ends up at 1C. Do you make Bennett 1C? Do you change that all around? It's so early in the season, you could basically do anything you want. But don't forget, Luosterainen is the center. He was 4C the entire year that we won the President's Trophy. So don't forget that option. I guess you could go Lundell, Bennett, Boquist, but then who's going to center that fourth line? So with Nosek being out, and he's not supposed to be back for at least another week or so, we got challenges. There's no way around that. There's no way around that. Maybe he'll be okay. I mean, I don't think he's playing Saturday, not from the looks of that. So being on the road, I don't know what they're going to do there in terms of where he'll get his imaging done and all of that. Shit is all we can say. But we are the champs, so we are supposed to be deep enough to handle this. Last year we started off the season without Montour, without Ekblad. There was a lot of questions how that was going to go. So Anton Lundell may get his opportunity to really show what he can do, or you could just make Bennett, Verhaeghe, Kachuk the top line, and then go Lundell, Luosterainen, Reinhart. You could do that, right? But you still have center issues with Nosek out. That really dings the depth. Reinhart is the center as well, but he hasn't played center in a while. So there's some options there. There are options there. But obviously losing Barkov, there's no, that has to be a non-season ending injury. Let's just put it that way. We're not winning the cup without Alexander Barkov. So whatever just happened, it's early enough in the season to where even if he needed to, have surgery and he was out 2 to 3 months, November, December, January, right? So he'd still be able to come back. Hell, even 4 to 6 months. October, November, December, January, February, March. Like even 6 months and he could come back. So I doubt it would be something season ending unless it was an Achilles or something like that. We'll see. We'll see. This is not it's not what we need in game 2. It's not what we need in game 2 of the season. Takes the wind out of the sails. We look better in second, third period, right? Ottawa's blocking shots. Ullmark played well. And, we had about 50 chances. Might be an exaggeration. We had a lot of chances that just went wide. It just went wide, and we just couldn't put the puck in the back of the net. And like I said, it would have just been a normal, we lost the game. But, so, shit. Well, that's it. Short and sweet for tonight. There wasn't a whole lot to take from tonight. What I can say other than that is the second power play unit featured Ekblad and Nate Schmidt. Not so sure about that. Balinskis looks really good. Balinskis looks like a guy that is ready to take the next step to be at least a legitimate top 4 defenseman. Now tonight he played on the bottom because Kulikov went to the second pair with Mikula because Boquist is hurt. So now you're starting to see Boquist is hurt and Nosek is hurt and Samoskevich was hurt up until the first game basically, and now we got Barkov. So you're kind of starting to see the theme of what, and the only guy that's not getting hurt is Ekblad, right? He's left out there standing. So that's a yawn and a scream at the same time. That just took like all the life out of us. All right, short and sweet for tonight. Very, very frustrating night. Ottawa played a good game. You got to give them credit. We weren't winning that game anyway before Barkov got hurt. But now it's just, we have lots of depth. That just when you go to bed tonight, just remind yourself we have lots of depth at center, especially at the center position. Zito's put together a good roster. Barkov will be back at some point. We will have to survive however long that is. Okay. No points. We started last season 0-2, so we're in better shape than we were last year. I will see everybody tomorrow at noon. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and check out the new series I have, the Eastern Conference Saga. I'm trying to touch on all of the teams as we get going. So yeah, check those out. Make sure you leave a like and a comment. And Barkov got hurt, and that's the only thing any of us can think about right now.